Before we start, I'm very sorry that this lasted 7 minutes, this video. And can I just suggest that you speed up the video by 1.5 times speed or 2 times speed, whichever fits you. Alright, on to the video. Just wanted to talk about this one thing about this anime. It's called, in Japanese, Deatte 5-byou de battle, which translates to upon meeting, battle in 5 seconds. So start the battle in 5 seconds right when you meet. Before I start my rant, disclaimer, this is just my opinion and discretion is advised as always. And guess what? Spoilers, so watch the first episode if you want to watch this video. I do recommend watching it. It has a good premise and the animation's good enough. It's pretty, and the art is pretty alright as well. But I just want to get through my like 1 or 2 gripes about this show upon first episode. Basically, it's my reaction to it. But also, I had a discussion with my friend about it, and although at first he did have me convinced otherwise, after thinking about it a little, after talking to him, I left, and then I just thought about it a little, and then oh yeah, you know what? I am right about this. So once again, spoilers. I'm gonna go into it right now, so don't watch the video if you didn't watch the show. If you need me to sell you on it, it's an action anime where everybody gets abilities and they try to figure out each other's abilities and fight each other to see who wins, whether through killing or not, or like KO or surrender. So far, the first episode's pretty neat and I'm gonna be continuing it. Okay, spoilers. Main character's ability is that it's whatever his opponent thinks it is. Okay, next. Now, we all know how it went, you know, the battle. He starts throwing desks and chairs at him, and he sets up for whatever. Like he's just like setting up for his thing, and that's where my gripe comes in. Like, he didn't have to do all that setup in the first place. Okay? He could have just used his power from the very beginning. He didn't have to go through all that stuff. The argument that my friend and I had for the lead up was that there were 2 things, I'm pretty sure. Just 2. So he's making his opponent think that he has this ability, right? So the ability would be the cat lady's arm cannon. One lead up was, "You've seen it before," is what he says. Another one is that his ability is too powerful, is another thing that he said. Those were the 2 lead ups that were supposed to make the guy believe that he had an arm cannon. At first, my gripe was that, you know, leading up to the arm cannon, it didn't feel real. Like, it didn't feel like the guy should have believed him with just those 2 things. But my real gripe was that it took that long to get to that point when it didn't need to. He could have literally said those 2 things from the very start, and he would have ended it there. So why is it that he had to go through all that in the first place? Why was he setting all this up with this dragging out the fight? He didn't have to. It makes me think that the creators were just putting up filler, you know, so that for the episode. So it's like they're just filling up like 5 minutes of fighting so that they can end the episode where they want it to end. So again, 2 things he said. One is that you've seen the power before. That's something that he could have just said in the beginning. And two, my ability is too dangerous. He could have said that in the beginning too. And those were the only true the only two true lead ups that got to the arm cannon. Now, of course, the anime doesn't have to reveal all of the main character's intent. You know, like he could have thought that he's just trying to test his opponent, see what he does with his ability. And then there's also maybe he truly did not want to have to resort to using this ability, which I definitely doubt is the case, because like when it's your first time using this ability, you definitely want to test it out. Like, especially because he's a gamer. Like, what gamer wouldn't want to test out their ability, right? Another thing is a more human trait would be that he was just trying to figure out what he should do. And that's completely acceptable. But since I don't know what was going through his mind is why I had this gripe in the first place. Because they make the character out to be like so smart and all that, and like, you know, he's just so perfect. Anyway, I do recommend watching this show. At the very least, the first episode was very interesting. I liked it, and we'll see how the rest goes. I wouldn't really call this a review or first impressions or reaction. I would call this more something like a what grinds my gears kind of thing. Anyway, sorry about the depressing voice. You know, just had a rough day, and it's 1:46 a.m. when I'm recording this, and I felt I just needed to get that out there. Like, comment, subscribe if you found this video engaging, because I would like to do more of this kind of thing. I'd like to think that I can be insightful, and that something can be learned from watching my video or listening, whatever. If you stuck with me this long, then despite my boring voice, I am DeathToBoredom, and I'm signing out. See ya. Bye. Peace. Sayonara. Ja ne. Go buji de.